Hello everyone and welcome back to Farmer Joe Homesteading. Today we are going to be talking about raising geese for the homestead. Waterfowl need water. Now we do not have a pond on our property, but that does not mean that we cannot raise geese. We raise 6 geese. They are breeders. They're here all year round, and we have fantastic luck with just a kiddie pool. Now, the thing with the kiddie pools is that they have to be cleaned all the time. I completely cleaned out this kiddie pool 2 days ago, and this is what it looks like. Every few days, it has to be drained and replenished continually. There's times in the summer where I do, usually on hot days, I'll try and fill it in the morning and at night because they use it a lot. So water, having access to water is very important. Now, it doesn't have to be a big tub like that. I also will give them a small dish, like, where did it go? Like that. So you can see they have that small dish of water there. And with just that small dish of water, that's totally fine for them. It's enough for them to clean out their noses. Their nasal cavities are different than chickens, and they need to be able to blow them out and keep them clean, especially during the winter in confinement. Now, if that's all the access they have to water, that is totally fine. The reason we have a pool is because our fertility rate goes up significantly when they breed in water. So for us, the pool just makes sense. Feed for our geese, we get a specially formulated duck and goose layer pellet. So they have access to that. And then grass is their primary diet. And we typically let them out for most of the day on grass. We have lots of pasture for them, and they will eat 90% of their diet in just greens and grass. Next, we will talk about nesting and their laying habits. We chose brown Chinese geese because they lay the most eggs of any domestic breed, and they are a smaller weight class, which is perfect for toddlers. As you saw in the one video, Joe had to stand up to our gander dog because they do get aggressive. So this is what we do for nesting for the girls. So they have this very large area for nesting. It's just all straw so that they can build a little nest in there and lay their eggs. Although many geese breeds are known for being very aggressive, we find this to be the extent of the aggression with our geese. I wanted to take the time to show you guys how I know when my girls start laying and when they finish. Since we have reached the end of laying season, I wanted to show you guys the difference between girls that are laying and girls that are finished. We have 2 of our 3 girls that have already stopped laying, and I can always tell by the flap. I call it their egg flap, and I'm not sure what the actual name is for it. But you can tell by the flap which ones are still laying and which are not. You can see some of the girls still have a flap that hangs down below their legs, and I know that they are still currently laying eggs. Whereas our other girls who have stopped, their flap is now gone and has shrunk back up inside. And that is how I'm able to tell when our girls are about to start laying and when they have finished. Their breeding season typically for us lasts from March into late June. We are getting into the late June phase now. We find that the aggression kind of goes with the breeding season. So right about now is usually when they're the most aggressive, because this is about the time when the girls will start thinking about going broody. Broodiness is not super common with our Chinese geese. We have one girl that will go a little bit broody closer to the end of the year, but we have yet to have a goose actually sit on eggs. They are really good layers, but they are not super great at broody, which is kind of the way it goes with any of the poultry species. When they are good layers, they aren't very good setters. So that's one downside to our Chinese geese, but other than that, they are fantastic birds. They eat mostly greens, so our feed costs stay down significantly for most of the year. They winter well. They just require that bit of water, enough to clean out their noses. We fill the pool for them regularly. They are quite a low maintenance waterfowl to keep, so we really do enjoy them. The most important reason that we have geese here on the homestead, other than their contribution of eggs and meat, is that they are amazing guard dogs. So as you can see, they're all going crazy right now because Farmer Joe is right there on the fence, and they happened to notice her and they get loud. They notice any vehicle that comes into our driveway before our dogs notice. They notice any crows, ravens, hawks, eagles, anything in the sky. They can see it right away and get everyone back safe where they need to be. They are noisy enough. We have had no issues with bigger predators like foxes or coyotes. I do honestly think that a coyote could probably get one of them, but we do not see coyotes come close to our coops anymore since we have got the geese, and I honestly think it's just because they make such a racket and there's just so many of them. So that is the biggest reason why we love keeping geese on our homestead. Obviously, the eggs are fantastic. Big goose eggs are wonderful for baking and cooking with, and so I really do love them for that. And then obviously the contribution of the beautiful little goslings we get every year that we are able to process each fall for meat for our family, and then being able to share them with others and raise them for other homesteads is really fun as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so that you can keep up with us every week, and we hope to see you guys next time.
Thank you.